Well, hello everybody, and we are back inside of Bear Alpha Rewritten, in which this is a pretty small update, so I'm gonna try and make this a quick update, in which we have St. Patrick's skins, there's also St. Patrick's badge quest, and there's also a social gear, which it might look normal, but there's a secret skin inside it. Oh my god! Okay, but besides the update log, the new skins we have here is Cloverhead Bear, the Pot of Gold Bear, the Undead Coming Leprechaun Bear, and now recently we just had the Undead Coming John or John Doe. And this skin might potentially be very rare in the future because not only is it 1800 quids, but it's only available through March 17th, which the day is pretty much past, so it's only March 18th and potentially March 19th as to when you can buy the skin. So make sure you best better buy them skins. Alrighty, and now starting off with some of the shop skins we have for the new St. Patrick's update is now we have Cloverhead Bear, in which I will admit this skin actually is somewhat underused, but at the same time, if you actually do decide to use the skin, it's actually fairly worth using, because I will admit this is very clean, like the clover, the horseshoes, even the body, even though it's a bit choppy, but yeah, it's pretty clean. Also, I'll get to this stuff later. Alright, and now moving on after Cloverhead Bear, we now have the Pot of Gold Bear, in which I'd probably say this is probably the least quality skin, I guess, in the update, but at the same time, it's actually still not too bad because of how, it's kind of cool how it looks like 3D-esque, but like, I mean, it is a bit choppy at times, but besides that, it's a fairly decent skin. I'm pretty sure it's the cheapest one as well, so yeah, that's another benefit of it. Alright, now for the final skin we have in the shop, which is kind of surprising how there's only 3 skins in this update, but I mean, this game is kind of on a like weird balanced spiral, so it kind of makes sense. But besides that, we have the last skin here, in which we have the Undead Coming Leprechaun, in which I don't know why he has like a mini leprechaun pet with him, but besides that, it's actually fairly solid. It's nothing like too insanely special, but it's still a pretty clean zombie skin, and when I get to John Doe later, it will be nice. But thank God we've been getting quite a bit more zombie skins in this game, because it has been kind of bone dry with these guys, so yeah, pretty swagger. Okay, but after that, now we have the skin, which I guess it was somewhat expected in a way, but came out of absolutely nowhere, because it pretty much just recently just came out today, which is the Undead Coming John Doe skin, in which, oh my god, he's for some reason looks like an IKEA worker, but his arm, or whatever this is, looks sick as hell, because of like how like detailed it is, with all like the blood like gushing off of it, and also the binary code like bouncing off of it, which don't know if this was highly like expected or anticipated, but I mean, he's now in the game and he's pretty solid, but it does come at a cost because of how he's quite fairly expensive, since he's almost as expensive as Job. But besides that, fairly solid skin. Okay, but after all the fairly decent skins that have been added in this update, we pretty much only have one badge, because even though there's 2, there's kind of only 1, because this first one we are doing is the Set in Stone badge, in which all you do is literally go into the social gear shop and buy the suspicious looking rock, in which it's only 80 quid, so you could literally just have the bear leave around and you could probably buy it. But then after you buy the rock, literally all you do is just go into a round and keep spamming the rock until the fossil bear pops out of one. So I'll show you what I mean by. Alright, so what I mean by this is that of course you have to go on a round with a suspicious looking rock equipped, and all you do is click or tap your screen, and there's a chance you can get the skin, in which you would rather get 1 quid, absolutely nothing, a strike of like water or like a laser coming down from the sky, and of course the fossil bear. So I'll just skip over to when I actually get the skin. Nope. Hey, there we go, only second try. But yeah, I don't know the chances, it's maybe like 125, I don't really know. But yeah, this is what happens when you open the rock. He could just out on the ground. But yeah, that's pretty much how you get the Set in Stone badge and Fossil Bear. Alright, and my god, it is time for probably the most annoying badge in the game so far, in which we have the Unlucky Charm badge, in which what you do is, of course, first talk to this guy about the Haunted Mansion and how, like I spotted it out earlier, there's clovers all over the map. But you need to find 5 of them, and also this is practically a co-op badge, because the easiest way to get it is to have one person get all the clovers and one person look out for the Leprechaun so you can catch it. But yeah, this is what you pretty much do for the skin. So first off, of course, you talk to him, in which you mention why is he here, and he mentions back about the clovers, of course, being around the Haunted Mansion. And once he elaborates more, he was trying to catch the Leprechaun, but couldn't catch him enough because of how fast he was, later on falling asleep. Alright, and then of course, after you talk to him about the mansion, what you need is, well, Haunted Mansion. And like I said earlier, you just have to find clovers and then catch the Leprechaun. Okay, but I'm splitting this into 2 rounds in which I'm explaining on how you get the clovers and how you catch the Leprechaun, because it more than likely needs 2 rounds to explain. And also, I highly recommend you be the bear for this if you get the bear, because it makes it quite a bit easier. But what you first do is, if you do spawn as bear, the first one is right next to the spawn instead of here with the first clover. And then after that, what you do is walk all the way over to the survivor spawn, in which behind the shack over here there will be another clover behind the shack. And then after you leave the shack, you go back up into the mansion, in which the last few are already here, in which you can see the third one right behind this corner inside of the green living room. And then after that one, you climb up here into the attic area up here, in which in the wire puzzle room it will be sitting on top of the crates. And now for the last one, which, just in case if you don't have a partner for this badge, this is probably the best one to get last, so you can easily know where the Leprechaun is because of how you can scout on top of the roof of the mansion, in which the last clover is right here. And then after all those spawn, he luckily spawned right in front of me, in which he will run around for a second before running away from you, in which thankfully, boom, easily managed to catch up with him, and you knocked him out, tied him up, and somehow I managed to easily get the badge. Could potentially, maybe not be easier or harder for you guys, but yeah, that's like a scuffed-ish way, but fairly helpful way of how to get probably the most annoying badge in this game so far. Okay, but now after the 2 badges, we have the rewards of the badges, with the Set in Stone badge giving you Fossil Bear, which, oh my god, for a 2D bear skin, which I'm kind of surprised we haven't gotten any 3D bear skins yet, this is insanely damn clean. Like, god damn, man. This is actually insanely clean for a fucking 2D bear skin. And like, sure, the little like background of the skin, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be like rock and stuff because of how it's like it's a like buried like fossil and how it's like dug up from the ground, like it kind of makes it look a bit weird in a way. But besides that, the fucking design on the fossil is crazy, man. This is a fairly solid skin. And here we have the final skin of this update and the other badge, or I guess the final badge, which is the Unlucky Charm badge, which rewards you the Leprechaun bear, in which I haven't really seen Alpha Leprechaun that much, but all that I know is that he pretty much only has a top hat and a pot of gold. But now this version pretty much just only gives him a new coat, in which, despite that, it still actually is pretty clean. And there's, I guess, kind of a reason why he's on the thumbnail, because it's actually pretty, like, I guess, main character skin-ish in a way. But yeah, it's actually not too bad of a reward for that odd man, for that actually annoying badge, but yeah, still pretty solid compared to the others. But yeah, there we have it. That is the small St. Patrick's update that we've gotten inside of Bear Alpha Rewritten, in which, of course, it is somewhat of a flawed update a little, but it's still fairly solid for what it is, of course, since of how quite a bit of sad things, I guess, have been happening behind the scenes with Bear Alpha Rewritten, but I guess somewhat they're starting to, I guess, fix it in a way, because the next upcoming updates we have may be like reviving the game in a bit, like potentially. It's somewhat unlikely, actually more unlikely than likely, but still they could still serve some solid updates even if they don't really get many players or not. But yeah, this video's kind of iffy because it's like midnight right now, and also I can hopefully stop delaying it and also check out the Hunt Mega Edition potentially in a few days or so. But yeah, besides that, hopefully this was somewhat informational about the two somewhat annoying skins, and also how this skin came out of nowhere, and hopefully I won't be uploading once every month now, and I'll actually get back onto an upload schedule. So yeah, goodbye.